Welcome back, YouTubers, and may I introduce you to the worst figure in the series. Now, you guys are going to find out why I didn't judge Rorschach too harshly. This is by far the worst figure. Detail-wise, the costume is perfect. I'll give them that. They did sculpt the costume perfectly, and even though there's a little bit of an area here that doesn't go straight, I don't hold that against them because there's a still of the movie where Silk Spectre Modern's costume doesn't match up because this and this are two different parts of the costume. But there's just that's where the good ends, and I start on my tirade about all the crap. First off, and you can't really see because I have a really crappy camera, but her face looks nothing like the actress who plays her, Malin Ackerman. She is an attractive young actress. This figure is ugly as hell. I have no idea why or how they messed this up so badly. And the paint job is even off. She's got like blue everywhere except on her eyes. If I wasn't adamant about getting all 6 of the major characters, I would not have picked this figure up. I would not have bought this one at all. But let's talk about the articulation. Another sour spot. She's only got limited motion on her head, even though it is a ball joint, because it's a ball joint centered at the base of the neck rather than the base of the neck rather than the base of the skull, like it is with most figures. And then she's got this sculpted hair, which just prevents the head from really moving. Very upsetting. There's ball joints for both arms. That's pretty good. And again, there's elbow pin joints, like with Ozymandias and Night Owl, which works. No wrist articulation. Not really that there would need to be any, but still it would have been nice if they moved a little bit so that you didn't have this awkward kind of positioning of her hands. No leg articulation and no ankle articulation, or knee articulation for that matter. She does, however, just like Rorschach, have weird articulation around the mid-thigh that allows her to have these really weird feet positions that do nothing for the figure. You can't stand her up even with or without her base. She's always falling over. I have to display these figures on a very stationary shelf because if anything rocks them, she falls down. And as you can see, I have her set mildly straight right now, but normally she bows forward like that. I don't know any person in the history of the world that stands up like this. So hopefully I can get her to stay properly for the rest of this video. It's not going to be very much longer because I don't really want to go on a tirade about how horrible this figure is, but I will say that a couple points for it. The suit is detailed, nice. It's very accurate to the movie stills. The paint job is done pretty good on the suit. The face, I've already went on about that. So I'm just going to leave it at that and give her a 6 out of 10. I'm not going to talk about her anymore because I just can't deal with it. I know I might be sounding like I'm overreacting, but it just really bothers me. And I'm going to do a quick review on Dr. Manhattan. Dr. Manhattan is, again, a really good figure. Just like Night Owl and just like Ozymandias. He does have more articulation than Rorschach. He's got the elbows, the shoulders, and a ball joint in the head, which is awesome for that. But he's got one thing that's also kind of cool too. He breaks apart here at the waist. And he comes with a separate set of legs that I should have had out to save time, but I didn't. He comes with a separate set of legs that has knee articulation. But he doesn't have any ankle or any wrist articulation, and while that doesn't really bother me, it still would be nice to have. Well, you know, it might make for more dynamic positioning if you wanted to, like, position him with his feet like this. Like he has this one scene in the movie where he disassembles a tank with his mind powers, but he has his hand outstretched. It would have been awesome if you could have mimicked that pose, but you can't because his hands are stuck. But other than that, he's pretty good. I give him a 9. I like his details very much, and like Ozzy and Night Owl, he stands up perfectly with or without his base. His base comes with an extra piece though, for the extra legs if you want to display him floating rather than standing. It's a very, very nice effect. He was the last figure I got because he just was really, really hard to find. Probably because he's, again, one of the more famous and likable characters, and there's a lot of controversy about his, you know, manhood being shown in the movie, but people just need to get over that. Anyway, I love the detail on this figure. He's got his head tattoo that he burns into himself in the comic, and it's just, this is a flawlessly detailed figure, and that's why I give him a 9. But because his articulation is a little lacking, but his detail is flawless. But that's all I'm going to say for that. I'm sorry again for going off on my tangent on Silk Spectre, but as you can see, she fell down and I didn't even bother picking her up because she's just going to fall down again. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you back for the final review shortly.